Okay, so I want to talk about another aspect that we need to consider, and I think it's real important, and that is that in our life, bad stuff happens, right? So we know the slang on that. We know uh, Jesus said, in your life, you will have troubles. That's Jesus. That's the Lord saying that. And Lord knows I know that, and you know that as well. Look at all these different things that can happen to us that we have no control over. Natural disasters, floods, tornadoes, fire, freezing. Uh, we go down the list, hurricanes. Um, in Florida, it's so cold in Florida that they have falling iguanas. They have falling, I just saw this yesterday. I laughed till I almost cried. Falling iguanas that they get so cold that they can't hold on to the tree anymore, and they go into a coma and they fall off the tree. So you could get hit by a falling iguana. that'd be that'd be a shocker, wouldn't it? Man. So natural disasters, I'm making light of some things that are not that light. If you've ever had a flood, I went down and worked after Hurricane Harvey down in the Houston area. I had never seen anything with devastation like that in my life. I feel for those people. We're inside homes and pulling out the family's belongings, all their belongings, and they're ruined. I mean, you have to stack them up on the street, the front street, mounds. I mean, like 20 feet of all the innards of your house ruined. If you've ever tried to carry a mattress that has been soaked by water, it takes like 4 guys. It's so heavy you can't believe it. Anyway, real things. We had tornadoes here in April of last year, totaled my son's car, $8,000 damage to my car. We got a new roof. This new, we just put one on 3 years before with another tornado. And so we got another new roof. Now, insurance took care of all that, but I'm going to give you a concept here and I'll see if you agree with me in just a minute. Physical problems, death in the family, broken limbs, Alzheimer's, extended illnesses, heart problems, cancer, mental impairments, severe depression. And then you go to relational issues, and man, you talk about trauma, and I'm sure, I am so glad I've never had to go through this, but we've got good friends that have all gone through it. A lot of women in my organization have been through this, and it is devastating. Divorce is like a death. Betrayal, you ever been betrayed before? Man, that's the worst feeling in the world. Somebody you counted on and trusted betrays you. Then there's job loss and sudden layoff. Kathy got laid off about 5 months ago, out of the clear blue. Been at that company for 10 years. Guy comes up, she doesn't even recognize, says, Miss Darnell, thank you for your service. We're not going to be needing your service anymore. Please clear out your desk immediately. That was on a Friday afternoon, and she's going, who are you? Are you kidding? And she was traumatized by that. I mean, it was just very emotional for her for a long time. Pay cuts, company bought out, downsizing, company closes, economic downturn, 2008, 2009. Remember that? Political change, war, change of political party. I'll tell you, Democrats get in power more so than one branch of government. You're going to see a whole different America when that happens. So please vote. And if you're a Democrat watching this and that offends you, this is probably not right for you, because you probably don't believe in free enterprise and capitalism and that kind of thing. I've never met a Democrat that really does. Some may profess to, but man, I love free enterprise. I love freedom. I love less regulations. I love let entrepreneurs work. Let us build. And anything other than that is destructive. Okay, there's my little political speech for you. Okay, new laws come into existence. And then how about lawsuits? This was the one that hit me. Some woman wants to make me her mortal enemy that I don't even know, I have no relationship with whatsoever, none. And all of a sudden I've got an adversary that's doing 80,000 negative posts on the internet, all goes up Google. The best reputation management people in the world can't do anything about it. Reputation.com called me And they said, Mr. Darnell, we understand you got a little problem there. I said, it's not a little problem, dude. This is a big problem. They said, well, we'd like to review your case, and we'll get back with you in a week or two, and we'll tell you what we're going to do. I said, please do. That'd be great. They called back 2 weeks later and said, Mr. Darnell, you really do have a problem. We've never seen anything, the half of this, never seen anything close to it, and there's not a thing we can do about it. I said, okay, thank you. Thanks for your time. And so what's going to happen? So you lose everything. I talked about that before, a little bit before, and what are you going to do? And so if you have residual cash flow coming in during a time like that, man, does that give you some relief and something to fall back on? Accidents, wrecks, somebody's injured, you're injured, child problems, drugs, misbehavior, delinquency can be, just debilitating on a family. Breakdowns, an automobile breaks down and you're not ready for it, a transmission goes out, and those are no cheap repairs right there. Your air conditioner goes out. I had 2 go out last summer, $5,000 a piece. And, if you don't have money saved, if you don't have money coming in, residual cash flow, that can be real problematic. Even smaller things like a washer dryer or a refrigerator, it changes your financial situation. So I've listed a few things that can happen. There's a whole lot more out there that can happen. And I'll just tell you, just this week, in my Bible study, one of my good friends in the Bible study, only 5 of us right now, he announced, I'm going to a neurologist this coming week. And we said, well, what's going on? He said, well, I'm thinking I've got some dementia. It may even be Alzheimer's. And I'm just going to go check it out. And I had noticed him like forgetting names and stuff like that, small little tidbits. And he said his wife has really noticed it quite a bit. So that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. You get Alzheimer's, you're worthless in the workplace. You're not going to make any money. Another friend came over, and this is my singing group now, is called HATZ, H-A-T-Z. And we're pretty good. We just released Oh Holy Night this past Christmas season, and Jesus Messiah. Man, they turned out fantastic. But singing group, but one of our best guys in the group, he is really battling issues in his life, depression. He sat there in what was supposed to be a rehearsal and just sobbing and telling us what's going on in his life. His mother's in hospice, out of the country, and marriage is not doing well, and house going into foreclosure. Man, just all kind of issues. And man, you get a guy like that facing that many problems. Oh, he lost one of his best clients, his number one client. All happened at the same time. And that's how stuff happens. And that's why I say the struggle sucks. I don't say the struggle is real. That's a politically correct way to say it. This describes it a whole lot more. When I'd lost my business, that was a sucky time, man. That was a tough time. It was tough on our marriage. We kept our faith through the whole thing, and I had hope during that whole time. And I knew that, I don't want to brag, but I knew I was talented. I knew that God has something for me, and that maybe I was going to learn something out of that experience. I still don't know what that is. But anyway, it's tough times, man, tough times. And so that's why I would say, I just thought of another guy that I've known for like 25 years. His wife died this week, 43 years old, got cancer and died, 4 kids. And so then another, man, I need to get off this subject. Another guy called me, and he was talking about doing some business and that kind of thing. He said, man, would you mind praying for so-and-so? And I said, I'll pray for anybody. If you're listening to this video or seeing, reading my book, you got prayer requests, let me know. I will pray for you. But he's got a buddy that's going to his church, and his son is hooked on methamphetamine, 30 years old, still lives at the house. And on top of that, they couldn't find him. He was he just left. He was, they still don't know where he's at. So that is the worst drug in the world, man. It just takes over your life. You take it one time and you're hooked. I mean, you're completely addicted. So anyway, the struggle sucks. We all have to endure some unthinkable situations. So the problem with all of these things I've just mentioned, they almost always lead to financial strain, if not financial hardship. And so that's why I say the creation of residual cash flow is one of the smartest things that anybody can do. Rescue, relief, financial relief can be had by that. And if you build it to the point where you really got a lot of money coming in, you can help other people during their times of sucky struggles. And so that's one of the greatest feelings in the world when somebody comes to you and says, man, I lost my job. I lost my clients. I don't know what to do. I'm literally about to get kicked out on the street. And you got some money, you can help that person. You put them in a motel or a hotel or invite them into your house. I've done that dozens of times. And so having money is a good thing. Having money is a good thing, especially residual cash flow. So what we're going to do with Bombshell, I'm going to sort of move over and talk about Bombshell. What we're going to do is it's a process that used to require a ton of work in old school methods. Now we're in automation mode. Automation mode. We've established that system that I've been talking about here. And we put our business building, every aspect of it, in automation mode. And when you get this, now, what do normal businesses do to grow their business? We're about to hit the Super Bowl here. I don't want to date this presentation, but Super Bowl, it's always news about how much. I think it's $6.5 million for 30 seconds advertisement now. Wow. That's a, fork it out, man. Here we go. But I'm like, but what's the good of that? The exposure. And so it's advertising. And so almost everything that you and I have ever bought, we bought it. Why? Because advertising. We saw it advertised and we said, maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, maybe not the 10th time, but pretty soon that product is branded in our head. And we get it and we go, we come up with that problem or whatever that product or service would solve. And we go, well, I know the company that I want to buy that from because I've heard that, and you may not even think it was because of the advertisement, but it is. That company, the jingle sticks in your mind, or the images stick in your mind, or the funny commercials stick in your mind. And so you go use that company. Almost every company does it. If you don't, you're hiding. I mean, you're not out there. And so you want to be out there and you want to get your message out to as many people as you possibly can. So here's the third element that we put into old school marketing or into our Bombshell methods is we got the everything that you would possibly want in the Bombshell, including advertising that works 24/7, 365, and it's on the internet, okay? And it's recruiting on autopilot. It does all the work for us, including onboarding the prospect into your company downline, into your downline automatically. So the catch their interest, get the hook in there, give them the information. They're going, whoa, what? And they may respond the first time. A lot of them will. But the second or third time, they're saying, why did I not click that before? And so you're constantly advertising on a regular basis. And so we're going to be producing the ads for you in our office. It's going to be qualified people that we're reaching out to. One of the biggest objections I have to old school marketing is the fact that I spent a lot of time with unqualified people. And I look back on that and I go, man, that was wasted time, unless it was a sort of a ministry event. But other than that, I mean, it's like, man, you just wasted your time. That person just flaked out on you. They weren't qualified. And you've got to be aware of that and make sure that you're only working with qualified people. Well, the advertising culls them out. it first of all targets them, and then the ones that are not qualified get chunked out of the system. Now, how do we do that? Well, there's a lot of ways we do that. But here's the other part that is going to be, this will boggle your mind. You say, well, I can't afford advertising. Well, this project is self-liquidating. It's self-funding. The ads that you run are paid for by the product purchases, not in your MLM group, but in the funnel itself. Now, I haven't used that term yet. This is called a marketing funnel. I'm a great fan of funnels. They're extremely well thought out. They've taken years to develop, sort of like compensation plans in network marketing. The funnels have taken years to perfect, and we're at a point where they are extremely effective. In fact, the money you put in for advertising, you can double it, you can triple it, and even more when you do it correctly. Self-liquidating advertising. And that's getting out there 24/7, 365, as much as you want to do. So, okay, so the products that we put in front of the prospects that come in through the advertising, they're going to see some product offers that are simply compelling. They're no-brainers. It's so much value there that they'll take their wallets out, get their credit card out, and purchase. And when they do that, they're going to find out more about what we're doing here at The Struggle Sucks. And the more they find out, if they've got entrepreneurial sense, I'm saying some that may be a little too heavy, but if they've got some common sense, this is going to make sense to them, and they're going to jump on this. And when they buy, that money goes back to you, a portion of that. Remember, we talked about real quickly selling somebody else's product, and you make a commission on it. Well, that money comes in, you can turn around and put that into more advertising. So it is self-perpetuating, self-liquidating, and it pays for itself. Let's put it that way. That's the simplest way to put it. So you put this entire process into automation mode. You're going to be building your residual cash flow like a normal business utilizes advertising. I've always thought, I've been willing to do it, but to say, we're going to build a business going to family and friends. What kind of limited business is that? I mean, you have just limited yourself to nothingness. And they said, well, there's duplication involved. Then they go do their friends and family. Yeah, but it's such a small population. Small population. Let's reach out to a whole lot more people, and let's play numbers like normal business plays numbers. Okay, so that makes sense to me, man. So the funnel has a free offer of my brand new 2020 published book, Bombshell, Recruiting on Autopilot. You get that free. Some of you watching this or reading my book here, you've already got that. And you know it does a pretty good job of introducing somebody to the funnel system, the automated mode of building a network marketing company. We've never had this up until now, and very few people know about it. And the ones that do don't understand it. And they certainly aren't going to build a funnel. Now, so anyway, they read my book, and then they get another offer, an upgrade offer from there. And that offer is worth well over $500 for $37. For $37. Okay, some of you have gone through this, you know what I'm talking about. And you sat there bug-eyed going, whoa, okay, well, I'll do that. I can afford to lose $37. Plus it's fully guaranteed, 100% guaranteed. And so full money back guarantee if they're not satisfied with it. So they go $37 along with several other upgrade offers, which will help fund your advertising costs. And again, that's called self-liquidating. The purchases are no-brainers. They're highly valuable packages. Products can be turned into more advertising. The purchases that come in, the cash flow that comes in out of that, which reaches more and more people. So you're playing numbers like you should in a normal business. So this funnel, this mechanism, it's extremely efficient. It's powerful. And it's been put together by some of the sharpest people you can imagine. Some of my mentors in funnel building, and I'm going to give you access to one of his books, one of the main guy's books here toward the end here, and just for postage and handling. It's again, you want to give value when you do a funnel. By the way, you can sell anything with a funnel. I don't care what it is. You want to sell insurance, you want to sell real estate, whatever it is, you want to do that. And we've learned how to do that. Now, I will tell you this. Mark, my partner, Mark, and I we go to church together. We sit next to each other in church a lot of times if I'm not singing in church. And I don't know how the subject came up or why we even brought it up, but we were out in the lobby and we were talking a little bit of business there. We had great worship, great message, really enjoyed it, and just really benefited from it. And the subject came up. He said, would you recommend building so we're just now putting the final pieces on this thing here. Would you recommend to anybody that they should build a funnel? And there was this long silence. I remember this awkward silence between the two of us. And we both, I know my head was shaking. I said, I don't know. I personally put hundreds of hours into this. Mark's put, I don't know how many hours into this, but we both have it's not easy to put together. Okay. But you don't have to do that. You piggyback off of our funnel and you make the money, and it's all efficient. Boy, when you go in this funnel, it is bad to the bone, man. It is so cool. It's so good looking. And we have followed the funnel formula. I mean, it's exquisite. It's a blueprint. We put it all together. I've spent a lot of money putting this thing together, but is it worth it? It's beyond worth it. It is so, so powerful. So our affiliates have, and this is how you do this. You have an affiliate number. And so when your prospect comes in, they've got to have that number or they can't come in the system. And so the affiliate number links you to that prospect. So there's no problem with, your prospect going somewhere else. So I think it's the bombshell. That word just kept coming up and kept coming up when we were looking at this initially. So now dig this idea. If you've been in network marketing before, dig this. For the first time in your life, you're going to get paid to prospect. You're going to get paid to prospect whether they come in your business or not. The ones that don't make it through the onboarding process of actually enrolling in your business, you still got paid. So you're going to get double pay. You're going to get paid the affiliate commission, and you're going to get paid the upfront bonus in your company, depending on what company that is. Our company pays tremendous upfront bonuses. And so you're getting the best of both worlds, and you're putting more people in than you ever have in your life. Because why? Because you're just playing numbers. You're reaching more people. Okay, so I love that. TSS, the struggle sucks. You get a check from us. It's actually a cash transfer is what it is. So you could actually make a full-time income just being an affiliate for TSS. A lot of people make full-time incomes selling other people's products, and they've just devised a system to get traffic to their product, to their offer, and they know what the return is on their expenditure of getting that traffic to their offer, and then how many purchases are made and how you're multiplying your money by doing that. So, but I want to tell you, there's more than what I'm telling you right here. I mentioned a $37 product. We've got a $47 product. We've got a $97 product. And eventually, very soon, we're going to have a $2,000 product, a $5,000 product, a $10,000 product, and even a $50,000 product. Okay, so now you think about making 25 to 40% on numbers like that, and you're playing a lot of numbers as far as prospects are concerned. Not all will buy at all those levels, obviously, but some will. The ones that are real serious about this, they will. And so I've done that. I've bought monster, huge products, and I got my money's worth. And so now do the math on that. 25%, 40% of $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, and you're advertising enough that you're realizing those sales on a regular basis. Will that get you financially healed? Yeah, Now, listen, we've got the disclaimers and all that. We don't guarantee anything, but we've just put a immaculate system in place that you can take advantage of. And you drive traffic to it, then there's money to be made in both places, the affiliate commissions and your network marketing build as it goes and gets bigger and bigger. So our goal, my aim beyond the affiliate commissions, is to help you build your network marketing company on autopilot. Our phrase is recruit on autopilot, and rapidly and effectively grow your business, grow your network marketing team. So you don't have to have just paid advertising and all this. Also, it can be free advertising. You can use your regular Facebook page, your Instagram page, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google ads, Google, whatever you got, websites, anything that you've got that you can get that link up to, along with your affiliate number. I do it everywhere I possibly can. And so even printed materials, you could do that if you wanted to. We're going to be sharing all those methods with you inside the members room and on what we call our Bombshell weekly call. And so there's a lot of training going on. There'll be a lot of interaction in our Facebook group. And you'll be able to talk to other members who are doing well. What are they doing? What kind of success are they having? That kind of thing. And so we become a pretty tight team. And that's one of the, like I said before, that's a serendipity of this type of business, is you get to know people and love people. I mean, you fall in love with these people, they're sharing their life with you, and you encourage them, you want them to do well. They want you to do well. And it's a great thing. So let's talk about synergy. Network marketing is my preferred profession all my life, 38 years now. And so affiliate marketing is another great approach to marketing. Internet advertising, both paid and unpaid, is excellent and effective tool. And then we also have, on top of all that, word of mouth. And so that's always at the top of the list. That's the most effective. Belly to belly is what we call it. But, and we'll teach you what to say. In fact, we've got a meeting tomorrow with our Team Elite members, and what we're talking to them about is what happens when somebody asks you, what do you do? How do you explain Bombshell to them? And you do it as concisely as possible, you waste as few words as possible, and you create tremendous, what's the word I'm looking for? Interest and sometimes I may have Alzheimer's. Curiosity, that's the word I'm looking for. So heaven forbid. But we intertwine all of those. And what we've done is the TSS automated funnel that you bring somebody to it. Have you heard of TSS? No, what is that? I want you to go to thestrugglesucks.com and take a look. You're going to get a guy named Tim Darnell. You'll like this guy. Say something nice about me. And I got his free book, and it will boggle your mind. Anyway, it's free, so go check it out. So if you'll notice, I have not mentioned the name of the company where we've got our 26, Kathy and I have 26,000 plus people onboarding, adding every day. I was noticing almost 10% of our team is in Australia. A good percentage is in Canada. We've got people in Belgium. We've got people in England and Spain and various other places, Hong Kong, Taiwan. So it's an international type situation. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is that this can happen internationally just as easily as it happens domestically. And so not bad to have a team building in these other companies there. So if you're going to do this with another MLM company, great. But as long as they don't have rules against certain types of advertising, like internet advertising, I can't imagine a company putting the brakes on their distributors, their associates, by saying you can't do something like this. I can't imagine that. I know companies are very compliance oriented and aware and concerned, and rightfully so. They should be, no question about it. You got to have a good legal team on a network marketing company. But here's what I say about compliance, and that it's just a real simple rule of thumb. I mean, let's keep it simple if we can here. Don't make outrageous claims. Don't tell somebody they're going to make X amount of money, because we don't know what that's going to be. We don't know what what it's going to do for them. I know what it's going to do for me, because I know that I have a great work ethic, and I have a marketing mind. Hey, best in Allen, Texas, right? We just got the award. And that was pretty cool this morning. But anyway, just be sensible and truthful with people. You don't have to embellish. You don't have to overstate anything here. And so just the products are phenomenal. I mean, they are phenomenal, and they work. You don't even have to say anything about them. Just let them use them. That's all. That's all you have to do. And so anyway, this is automated marketing, 24/7, 365. Don't overpromise. Do everything in your power to over deliver. That's how I've lived my life. That's my mantra. If you've got that same kind of mantra right there, then you're going to do well in business.